Hiya, welcome back to the channel. So we are in a BMW E46 330D, and it has got a bit of a random issue where it's probably not going to do it now, but it's not doing it now. Anyway, I'll just briefly explain what it's been doing or what it's done a couple of times. It started a couple of weeks ago and I went to start the car and it turned over for ages and sort of spluttered into life, as though that it had run out of fuel, or as though they were trying to prime the fuel system up. Now, I've had this car best part of 10 years and it's never ever done that. It's always started the first click of the key, like the first click, and even faster than what I mean, it's been starting like this as well. That's slow starting for this car, but it seems to be doing that recently as well. Anyway, that's one thing that it did. And then the other thing it did is it's cut out twice. So when I've been like pulling up to park in a parking space or something like that, the car's just turned off, but then it started up instantly both times. And then yesterday, when I was driving down the street, it was like power coming in and out just at low revs, or like at low load. Yes. And I think the easiest way to describe it is that it felt like it ran out of fuel. It was spluttering. But then if you put your foot down to give it full throttle, it'd sort of like behave itself. So, without doing any investigation at all, or anything like that, just on a hunch, I have ordered this, which is a replacement part. In fact, it is this replacement part. So this car has got multiple fuel pumps on it, and this is one of them. This is the cheapest and easiest to change. This is the one that goes underneath the car and also the most prone to failure. So anyway, I am going to do a scan on it and see if what it's telling me, but this is my suspicion. It could also be a duff injector sending too much fuel back to the tank on the leak off, something like that. I've not done a leak off test on it, but I've had that issue before and that was different. That was when you was under like maximum load for a prolonged time, and when it's hot made it sort of like really bad. This, like I say, from first starting and the way that it spluttered was as though that this wasn't working. It could also be the relay for the fuel pump, which is behind here somewhere, but I've not got one of them either. I intend to just replace this and hope for the best.
Hope for the best, expect the worst.
But before doing that, I might as well as perform a diagnostic scan, which brings up these codes. So I've got swirl flap issues and glow plug issues. Nothing for fuel pressure, anything like that. And you could say, oh yeah, the glow plugs, they're stopping it starting, they're making it turn over for longer before it starts. No. This car I've had for the best part of 10 years, and that has always been that fault. It's never had working glow plugs. This is a direct injection diesel engine. It won't need the glow plugs to start until you're like minus 30 degrees or something. So yeah, that's not really telling me anything I need to know. But whilst I am here, what I can do is I can do an actuation test on the fuel pump. So if I press this here, I don't know if you'll be able to pick it up on camera, but let's see if you can. And then stop. Yeah, I don't know if you can pick that up, but you can hear the fuel pump coming on when I press that, but it doesn't actually sound smooth. It sort of like seems to change tone more than what I'd like. But if we make our way around to the passenger side of the vehicle, and this is the passenger door area, and then go down underneath, the pump is actually around here. So if I put the phone under there and then activate it by pressing that, then you might be able to hear the pump. Yes. I'm not sure how that sounds on camera, but from here it actually sounds like a load of bubbles are going through it, which could mean there's an issue somewhere else, but fuck it, let's just change it. Which means I'm going to have to get underneath there, which I am far too fat to get under there, so I need to lift the car up. And now we've got the car in the air, we can follow all the safe working practices and get underneath it. And the filter, and the pump, should I say, which is near the filter, is behind this panel, which is, I'm going to have to remove that. Which involves removing various 8mm bolts. And there's one up here, 3 along this edge and then 1 there. Yes. And then with this removed, we can in fact see the pump as it is there. And it should be relatively simple to change. So we've got a plug on the end of it which needs to be unplugged. As you can see, that is unplugging really easily. It required 2 hands to unplug it, but there's a little thing to squeeze on the back of it there. And then it's just as simple as unscrewing that and that other Jubilee clip there, whilst taking into account that some diesel is going to drop out, so you need to put something underneath to catch it. Yes. Yes. And then the same with that one. And by the time you've done that, you probably definitely will be covered in diesel everywhere, which is lovely. And so anyway, now we have got the old one off, we can put the new one next to it and compare it to see if it looks the same, and it looks the same. So I need to take these johnnies off here, there's one of these on each end. I need to put the pump into these little foam doofers. And now this is ready to refit, which is a reversal of the taking the old one off. Yes, something like that. And I need to put that back on there, but before I put that back on, I'm going to make sure it actually works. By starting the car. Now the fuel system will likely need a bit of bleeding as we are now. So to bleed the fuel system, you can go through diagnostics and piss about bleeding the system through there, which I've shown in other videos. But you can just turn the ignition on and we can hear the pump running. Seems to have quietened down a bit now because it's probably getting some fuel through it. And just cycle this a few times and then start it. And of course that is obviously working, as we can tell by the fact that we can hear it running. Anyway, I need to put that cover back on. But before I do, I will just explain a couple of other things that could cause the issues that we're having. So we've got a fuel filter there. Obviously on a diesel, whenever anything goes wrong, the first thing you do is always change the fuel filter, and it really fixes anything. That's not actually a very old fuel filter. The other thing that it could be is this unit here. This is the fuel return valve. That could be the issue. Also, if we go around to your mum's favourite place and go underneath this back seat, there's another pump under there into the tank. That could also be fucked. And also if we go into this glove box, there is a fuel pump relay somewhere behind it. I can't remember exactly where it is, but I changed it a couple of years ago with a genuine one, so I'm quite sure it's not that. And anyway, that is all back together. The new pump is fitted. So I'm just going to hope for the best and hope that that actually fixes it. Which, because of the time frame of me making these videos and releasing them, it's probably going to be quite a while after filming this when I actually release the video, and I should know by then. So what I'll do is I'll put it in the video description or a pinned comment or something like that, probably in the description, whether it's actually fixed it. And in fact, I'll just edit the video and sneak it in here because it's been a few days since I fitted the new fuel pump. And not only does it seem to stop the surging, the bad idle, the cutting out, anything like that, all that stopped. But also, it's also cured a couple of other issues. One of them being starting the car, a little bit of smoke on start up. Just very briefly, but like a puff of smoke on start up. It stopped, not doing it. For as long as I can remember, it's always done that. And now it's not doing it. And also, the actual driving the car, I can drive it in like 5th gear at 30 mile an hour with no struggling at all. Like now I'm doing 30 mile an hour, 5th gear, it's happy. Probably put it even in 6th. No, it's not happy in 6th. But yeah, low revs, way smoother, and just a little bit more grunty. Things that, to be honest, I can't really explain. I mean, that pump was running all the time. You know, it wasn't not running. I think it was possibly cavitating, and that's what the sound of the bubbles was. So the veins inside the pump, you know, the shape of them wrong, something broken, and that's, you know, we could hear bubbles. I don't know if you could hear it on camera, but we could hear bubbles going through it. Yeah, possibly that. So the pre-supply fuel pressure was probably low. I probably should have checked it on the diagnostics. I think it's going to be about 4 bar, and you can probably check it, but I didn't. Anyway, I think that's all for this one. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all the usual shit, and I will see you next time.